Hello agents, welcome to another Division 2 video. This is a sort of softcore endgame build. It is very easy to make, requires little to no optimization, and works well up to challenging missions for solo play. It is a little boring to play as you're relying a lot on your turret, and it doesn't have the speed of the proper endgame builds, and it definitely falls short in multiplayer because you're basically just hiding behind a shield the entire time. But the intent behind this build is sort of baby's first endgame build. This is a shield and turret build, as I've already mentioned, although you could swap out the turret for the attack drone, and the shield we're using is the bulwark, so it's the biggest and heaviest shield, maximising your defense but at the cost of mobility. Because of this, we need a pistol that hits hard. We're using Liberty. It highlights weak points as to maximise the use of your turret, so you can destroy the weak points and the turret finishes them off. And the shots can also pierce the enemy. Oh, and it hits really hard. Now I am demonstrating in the footage of a hard difficulty Lincoln Memorial, but as you can see it is making short work of the named elites. I'm also using Technician for the extra skill damage, or you could go with the health side, and to be honest I quite like using the rocket launcher. It's remotely entertaining. Now overall, like I said, the build is quite slow, but it will get the job done. You just sort of have to give it the time, but like I said, it does work. Just maybe give it a look if you're just entering World 2.5 and not too sure how to go. This will definitely serve you well. So let's have a look at what I've got. As I said, I'm using Technician. Your primary and secondary weapons don't really matter too much. They are entirely up to you. As I said, we are using the Bulwark Shield. I've just crafted a load of mods that give me a lot more health, damage resistance, and healing of the shield. For the mask, we are using the hardwired set. Mostly got a bit of skill power and damage to elites on it. Not too great, but it doesn't really need it apart from the skill power. Overall, it's a pretty terrible mask. The main thing that I'm really going for here is the Gila Guard chest. I've got some hardened on there, a lot of skill power, some health, and some crit hit chance. As for the defensive mod, a bit of health. As you can see, we're low on the health side. For the holster, bit more skill power, bit more health. Again, it's hardwired, and this is where the main two part comes in. We're using the R and K. This gives you hazard protection as well as 20% pistol damage. Wasn't too sure to go for the shield power because I'm already near enough at 4K, which from what I've seen will allow me to do whatever I need. Now for the knees, as you can see, I'm using Murakami because I am desperately low on health, and due to the lack of mobility you can get surrounded quite quick. However, the 3-piece hardwire set, if you're using the turret, could be worthwhile. Basically gives it an electric field that stuns enemies, because as we all know, the big heavy guys like to run up to your turret and just kick it, which destroys it. And considering that's the main part of your damage, that's a bit of a downer. On the gloves, I completely forgot to show them because I'm an idiot and I do voiceovers rather than a live recording. The gloves obviously are just R and K. They've got pistol damage on there and skill haste, just so that I can try and get my turret back up a little bit more. Now as you can see here, the pistol does hit pretty damn hard. Takes care of named elites pretty darn quick. Overall DPS is pretty low, but you're going more for the single shot. And the turret itself, yeah, it chews through things quite quickly actually. It's a bit of entertainment really. So like I said, this is sort of baby's first endgame build, and the idea is basically you just put your turret out in a decent-ish location, hide behind cover, take pot shots with your pistol or other weapons if you feel the need, and when moving around don't forget to use cover. I like using a shotgun as a nice big panic button for when things get a bit too close, but that's just me. Anyway, for those new players, I do hope this helped you out. In the meantime, have fun, good luck, and don't die. It's bad for the health.